Welcome everybody to Funky Junk Inspiration. My name is Christy. I hope that you'll subscribe to my channel, like, comment, and share some of my videos. Today's playlist is brought to you by Take 5. The hosts are me, Funky Junk Inspiration, Mary from the Painted Peach, and Jeannie from Jeannie's Palette. Today's all about pumpkins. It's a pumpkin decorating challenge. We hope that you'll join us and subscribe to everyone's channels. So let's get started on this. I'm going to go ahead and get these pumpkins painted onto this live edge board here. I think it's going to be really pretty. I'm not going to make them Halloween-y. I'm going to make them more fall so that they can be out all of the time. The colors I'm going to use this Caribbean by Apple Barrel. I'm going to use the Nautical from the Folk Art, and of course the Apple Barrel Pumpkin. These are all plaid from the Plaid Company. Okay, so I think I'm going to go with this, and then finish it out with the navy blue. So let's just start at the top, and let's get going. I'm going to do the stems last, and the reason that I'm going to do the stems last is mainly because it's not going to bother me if a little bit of the brown comes down to the bottom. So I'm going to slide this down here so you can see it a little bit better. I'm just going to get some of this Caribbean on my brush. This is super duper runny paint, so make sure we do a lot of offloading here. But the benefit here of this is, see, we have this big space here, so we can do a lot of our offloading right into the center here. Now this is a board from a friend of mine that has a sawmill, and he gave us a real long piece. It's an end piece off of the wood that he uses to build things with. So it is going to really suck up the paint, and I'm okay with that. Now, if you notice, I normally go in a circular motion like this. I'm kind of going up and down and right over the seams there, just because I'm trying to make sure that they stay held down. Now my stencil moved a little bit. I'm just going to move it over. Now remember, ladies, if we have a little bit of bleed through, that's okay. We can fix that at a later time. It's not going to hurt anything, especially when you're going for more of a rustic type of look, which is kind of what we're going for. Now, if I was smart, I would have, taped my stencil down, but I didn't. I don't ever tape mine down. I just don't. I should, but I don't. Okay, so this is going to turn out, this is going to be kind of faint on here. It's not going to be real prominent on here. If I wanted the colors to super duper stand out, what I would want to really do is go in and put white down first as kind of like a base coat, and then come back with our color. That will really make it stand out. Now over here, we're going to have to be very careful, because see how my stencil's coming up here? That's because this isn't flat right here. Okay, it's hitting that bark, but that's okay. We just hold it down with our finger and we go from there. So see how that looks? See how faint that looks? I think that's going to be absolutely beautiful for outside. Okay, so now let's slide up to this one here. And we may go over it again. I don't know. We'll just see what it looks like as we go. So I'm going to grab another stencil brush here, and we're going to go in with the pumpkin orange for the middle one. Now, the best thing to use when you're stenciling is a thick paint, okay? That helps with your bleed through also. Thanks for bleed through. Make sure that the paint is worked up into your bristles. It's a good idea. You can also get you a little rag right here and make sure you have most of it off of there so you don't have any little blobs. Okay, see, that was a lot of paint in that brush still. Okay, offload, offload, offload. Get the paint up there. Make sure you don't have any blobs. Okay, so here we go. We're just going to kind of hold that down. And again, like I said, with this being open like this in the center, I can kind of get a little bit more paint on there and kind of use the open area as my offload center a little bit to fill that in. Okay, so I think this board's going to be really, really pretty. I did a board similar to this one a couple years ago. It was different pumpkins, and I did the board black in the background, and that turned out really super cute. I really liked how that turned out. But I've had this piece of board sitting over here behind my door for probably a year, you guys. It's probably been over there for about a year. And I've been wanting to use it for something special. You know how that goes. You find something you really like, you think it's cool, and you want to use it on something special. And then you end up never using it on anything. Well, I had cut out some wooden pumpkins and stuff like that to do today for you guys. Well, not do today, but record for you guys for this event, this playlist. And let's look at that. Look how faint that is, but I think that's going to be absolutely beautiful. We'll slide that up there, and let's go for our navy blue at the bottom. I think it's going to look really cute. I need to get another stencil brush over here, and let's get it done. Okay, same thing right here. Now this paint, I don't know, we may switch over to the ocean. No, oh my goodness, look how, I think we can use it though. See how thick that is? That is good stenciling paint because it is nice and thick, okay? You still want to make sure you offload quite a bit, all right? But I'm going to go right in here in the center. Now this dark blue is really going to show up on here. You see that? So since our other two are kind of faint, I think we might give them a second coat. Not positive. Now I'm not going to try to get every single, can you guys see? No, let me slide this up a little. I'm not going to try to get in every single little groove there. We're just trying to get the pumpkin on our board. Be careful. I keep moving it and moving the stencil up. We don't want that to happen, okay? So, careful with what you're doing. Okay, I am trying to do something a little different here. I'm just recording. I'm not going to do a lot of editing on this video. Just because to show that we can do videos and do our playlists and just talk over them. We don't have to do a whole bunch of editing. So it's just a thought, just to show some of my friends that that's okay to do it that way too. Okay, so here we go right there. And I think that's going to be absolutely beautiful. Let's look and see what that one looks like. Oh yes, look at that blue. Woo, look at that pop on that blue. Okay, so because I really like that pop, I'm going to come back and we're going to go over this orange one again. Real quick. We're doing it real fast. We're not going to like dilly-dally with it. We're going to just do it and get it done. Go over it, not try to get every single spot. Just kind of, you know, go over it a little bit just to get it a little brighter on the board there. Okay. So just a couple times in the paint and we'll be done with that part. Yeah, see how that popped up a little bit better? Now see, I've got a little bit of bleed through there, but that's not going to matter because by the time we're done with this board, we are going to be sanding it off just a little bit. So we will be able to fix those little spots. So easy peasy. Okay, I'm just gonna, this one did pretty good, so I'm just gonna kind of just go over it just to go over it. Okay, so I think that's gonna look good, you guys. What do you guys think right here? I think so, I think so. Okay, so now let's lay this back on here and let's get our stems on here. We're gonna do those burnt umber, obviously, because I like this dark brown of this burnt umber. Almost gone, but we're going to get enough out of that because I do have another couple of things of burnt umber over there. Now, here I'm going to offload onto my thing right here, okay, and I'm still going to do my little rag right there. Okay, so now let's slide this down so you can see what I'm doing up here at the top. All right, so I just laid that right back down on top of there, okay, and here we go. Let's get our twirly twirls right here, and let's get our stem right here like this. Just kind of hold it so it stays in place for you. Now here, where I'm going into the pumpkin, okay, if you are worried about it, you know, going over that part down there a little bit, over the collar, that's okay. It's not going to hurt a darn thing. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? That looks absolutely amazing. Okay, let's come up here with this one. You can tape off those edges if you want to. It's not a big deal if you don't. All right, so something I'm going to do here is I'm going to take this little board right here, and I'm not going to do that pumpkin or that leaf. I just don't want to do the leaf. I just want it to be the stems. So I'm going to get that real good right there, like that. Now see, you can hold, like see, I could come in with my little card right here. Another thing you can do is hit your stencil out here to see if you've got all the gook off your paint. If you're worried about getting it on your pumpkin, see, I can hold this in here like this and try to get it, and a couple others if I wanted to. But I'm telling you, don't sweat the small stuff right there. Don't sweat the small stuff. Okay, let's see what that looks like. Oh yes, love this pumpkin. Love how this is coming out, you guys. This is coming out so cool. Okay, I'm gonna set this over here, and here we go on the navy blue. Now again, I'm not gonna do the leaf. I just don't want to do the leaf, okay? Because I want it to look like, you know, that it's fall already. The leaves are off of our pumpkins and all that. Okay, so here I'm gonna just come right up to that. If I get a little bit on where the leaf is supposed to be, I'm not gonna be mad. It's gonna be okay. And see how I'm a little bit off? See how my stencil's just a tish off here? Let me move myself up a little bit so you can see just a little bit better. Right there. See how it's a little off? I'm not gonna fix it. We're just gonna go for it. It's not gonna matter. Okay. That's what I love about stenciling. Stenciling is very forgiving. It's a very awesome way to get really cool things onto your stuff quickly and fast. Now, one of the things you can do, you could take an X-Acto knife. You could take one of these little guys and see where I got some extra paint there. I can wipe that off. I can pick that off so it's not on there. Okay, and then it doesn't stick out so much. The problem is it's still wet, is why it's really popping out there. But it's not going to matter on this kind of board because we're going for this rustic look. So I really love how that turned out. Oh, look, there's a little nail in here. I wonder if that'll just, nope, that's stuck in there. I'll have to get that out. So anyway, I love how this came out. I'll get some pictures for you guys, and I appreciate y'all being here. And I wanted to give a shout out to the other two hosts. I'm the host of this playlist. We are from Take 5. I'm Christy from Funky Junk Inspiration. We have Jeannie from Jeannie's Palette. We also have Mary from The Painted Peach. I would love it if you'd subscribe to all of us and ring the little bell so that you get notifications on when all of us are live or put videos on to YouTube. Also, our collaborators that are with us today. Love all of them. Make sure you subscribe to them. Just keep watching the playlist and you'll get to see everybody today. And I appreciate you. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you next time. Thanks.